Check, check. Check. Okay, welcome September 2nd, 2021 to the first game of the Twisted Wrister between the Regis Raiders and the Castleview High School hockey team. I'm Will Damarath.
The Sabercats, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, Sabercats. I knew it was a cat. I didn't know which type. Thank you, Tom. This is Will Damarath. I'm joined by Tom Mahalik, and we'll be your broadcast team for this evening's game. Tom, good to see you.
Good to see you, too, and good to be back for another installment of the Wrister.
Yeah. So I believe this is the 10th annual Twisted Wrister, and officially the CPHL league play hasn't started, but this is, for a lot of teams, already their second weekend of hockey. So that's pretty excited to get going quickly and get some hockey in. In 2020, the Twisted Wrister ended up with a Tier 1 and a Tier 2 champion. Valor Christian was a champion, and the runner-up was yours truly, the Regis Raiders. And in the Tier 2 game, it was Valor Christian as the champion again, and Glenwood Springs was the runner-up. So for this weekend's schedule, for this particular Regis Red team, they've got our game tonight, 4:50 against Castleview. Friday, tomorrow at 4:30 p.m., they'll be matched up against Chatfield. And then Saturday, they'll be playing at 2:40 p.m. against Heritage.
With two Tier 1 teams playing varsity this fall season, Raiders also have their second half on the white side playing. And Regis White will be lining up again this evening against Battle Mountain at 6:30 Mountain Time. Followed up on Friday, the white squad will then end up playing against Valor. And then Saturday morning, they have an early tilt at 8:55 against Chaparral. And then I believe the teams will be reseeded, and there'll be another round-robin game on Sunday for each squad once they've reseeded the setup, and then semifinals and finals on Monday.
That's right. That's right. So a lot of hockey, and we'll get into some of the rules for this tournament. But interestingly enough, Terry Ott is the facilities manager for the Ice Ranch and the host of this tournament. So Regis is real familiar with the format in this tournament. It's essentially a home tournament for the Regis Raiders. So excited to have a lot of friends and family here in person. Thank you to Shaw Productions for those of you who aren't here in person to be able to watch this live stream.
And the Dembeck family hosting and sponsoring all the Shaw Productions this weekend. Big shout out to the Dembecks for all of their support for Raider hockey over the years.
Metro Brokers of Cherry Creek, and came in late, but Chatfield, I believe, maybe also a co-sponsor of this particular game this evening. So thank you to Castleview. So as we've found this year, and in a lot of these high school games, a lot of these players played club growing up in Metro Denver, and that's the case again tonight. Many of these players grew up playing Littleton, Arapahoe, different clubs around the state. And Castleview has got several players that were former teammates of the Regis team. They're coached by Michael Dubas. Michael Dubas is a former Cherry Creek High School player and a math teacher at Aces Academy.
Love that town connection. And here we go. Teams lining up at center ice. Puck is down, and the puck gets kicked all the way into the Castleview zone. Forecheck pressure comes from Jake Filler for Regis, number 34. Gets tapped out to the far side boards there as Castleview tries to extend it clear but can't. Now it gets out of the zone. Slipping by Perrin Jape is number 9, for Castleview. Breaking ahead, feeds it down in the corner, quickly taken off by the Raiders, and up they come up ice onto the stick of Filler. Jake dumps it in on net, gloved and held by the netminder. Castleview is being backstopped today. I'm not sure which goaltender. They've got 3 listed.
We'll try and get that for you here in a second.
See if we can get you a number to give us an idea as to who's minding the twine today for Castleview. Face off to the right there. Parker Brenner stepping in, I believe, take the draw.
It's like
And puck comes down.
Carson Williams on the point with a hard shot and a deflection wide. Castleview
Ends up dumping all the way down ice. Tipped and played. No icing call there. Must have been touched. Picked up by Carson Williams. Carson backhands it up ice. Slips through the man all the way down ice. Played by the netminder. Castleview loops in behind. Taking the puck and streaking up the left-hand side. Zach Northrup goes cross ice. Was looking hard there for the stretch play. Goes in deep. Still no icing call there. Castleview is able to regroup. Feeds it up top, but it slips out through the blue line as the defense was making a change. And now we have the puck pushing up through center ice. Line change there for the Raiders as well. On the far side, Matthew Carter able to pick it up, flip it back near side, but it's outside of the reach of Carson Williams. Williams has to regain puck control there on the half boards, gets into a battle. Mahalik comes in support. Puck gets dug out there, fed ahead, intercepted there by Castleview, keep it in the zone, but then knocked up and out there by Carson Williams. Puck gets tossed up in the netting, and we got our first whistle.
Well, I've got a real early perception, Tom. I'm curious if you're seeing the same thing, but I think there's an advantage here for Regis having played a tournament with the new rules. Castleview has come out and made a few what would be considered late checks already. Yes. And I think as the game goes on, if the referees are calling under the new rules, there are going to be some penalties.
And power play opportunity is something the Raiders would love to find. Puck's down in the offensive zone, picked up quickly by Ian Beck. Shot, block, stick checked aside, goes wide of the net. Mahalik pressuring on the forecheck. D comes up with it, flips it up the near side boards, but kept in there by Teddy Armitage. Nice feed down for Manville. He tries to slip one to Beck in front, but his stick was being held up, and he could not find the puck to get the shot off. Mahalik with a nice touch out, backhand up high, just goes wide of the cage there by Manville and out into the corners. The Raiders continue with the pressure. Unable to escape, Mahalik shoots, blocked, held down, and then covered by the netminder.
Regis was all over him right there in that sequence, and Ian Beck has figured out these new rules. He protected the puck really well coming out of the corner. There were a couple chances right in front for Regis there. Give and go between Mahalik and Manville, and then Ian wheeled out of the corner and made another quick shot.
Face-off is down, in the feet, quick shot
there
again, and a score as Beck wins the face-off onto the stick of Manville. He puts it up in the top corner for the 1-0 lead.
Beautiful. Offensive zone face-off. Winning those is always key because that can happen. And puck went right onto Manville's stick, and he made no mistake. Snapped a quick shot right under the goalie's glove.
Quick release. At 14:39, the Raiders take the lead, 1-0.
Looks like we got a Filler Schick out on forward line.
Playing with Nolan Williams.
Nolan Williams.
Goes far side. Filler comes in again, pressuring on the D. Takes the man down. He's going to get called because he made no effort to play the puck. Exactly what you were talking about on rule change.
Yep.
And we're going to have our first penalty. Jake Filler is going to go for roughing.
So we'll try and weave in a little bit of the commentary and explanation of the new USA Hockey rules. For those of you watching, I think it added to that call, Tom, with how awkwardly the player fell. But that's exactly the emphasis USA Hockey has been making in this rule change. First and foremost, a vulnerable player, and the onus is on the checker or forechecker to make that determination and not attack and check a vulnerable player.
Regis able to get the faceoff win back in their own zone, carried out of the zone. Nolan Williams trying to press ahead, forechecking, but Castleview is able to regroup and gain control of the puck. Breaking down low, Castleview tries to sweep in, kicked aside off the toe and fed up and out of the zone. Nicely on D there by Matthew Carter. All the way down ice, regroup here for Castleview. Forecheck there from Schick, and support also coming from Damrath. Damrath on the far side, stick checks the puck, it's loose, picked up, Castleview tries to throw it down low, backhanded, nice pad save there, made by Bussey. Raiders are able to clear all the way down, 1:10 left in the penalty. Roughing, 2-minute call there on Jake Filler. Cross-ice stretch pass goes off the stick of the Castleview player. Ted Armitage is able to regroup and control. Backhands it up high onto the stick of Damrath, who makes a very clean clear all the way down ice again, sending Castleview 200 feet away.
That last save was amazing. I think he was completely screened on that. Bussy on the power play, loose puck in the slot, kick save into the corner, and they had to regroup.
Mahalik on the far side taps that loose and allows for another good clear coming off the stick of Armitage. And the Raiders are doing a great job of not letting Castleview get set up.
Yep.
Puck gets stolen out to center ice, played all the way back, now reversing his back, cuts through the middle, backhands ahead, kicked aside by Castleview, fed up the boards. Manville's able to make a nice play to keep it in, but just out of the reach of Beck. Castleview dumps it in deep. That was Trevor Clouthier that dumps that and goes for a change. Raiders played in behind their own net. Paranjape is able to feed it up the boards. And at the point of attack, tapped out by Beck and down ice.
And that's going to do it for the penalty.
Nick Chandler goes far side boards for Castleview. Feeds it across, has to reverse and come near side. Castleview having a tough time getting out of their zone. Pressure coming now from Kellen Skellerud for the Raiders, and it forces the turnover onto the stick of Beck and scores. Look at that, as a perfectly driven turnover. Skellerud forces the man to unload. He throws it in the danger zone.
Yep. And Winger just made a blind pass, and unlucky for him, Ian Beck was sitting there wide open in the slot, and Ian Beck does not miss from that position very often.
12:09, first period. Raiders take the 2-0 lead. Goal from Beck, unassisted. Face-off one back there, but again pressured up front. Turnover by Castleview. It's able to be dumped in the zone by Williams on net. Sticked aside by the netminder. Shot comes out of the corner, quickly covered. There's another quick shot off the stick of Manville there.
So I want to give a shout out to a player that a lot of these Regis kids have played with, Tillman Stockert, number 21 for the Castleview Sabercats. Dear friend Chris Stockert, his father passed away a few years ago, and it's just really great to see Tillman playing out here on the ice and seeing his buddies. So he's out there now for Castleview. See, I believe he might be playing center here.
Chris had a ton of friends in the hockey community, sorely missed by everybody.
Really did. Great coach, great mentor for these kids.
Face-off back down in the Castleview zone for Brenner. Parker slips it near side, but it gets whipped around far side by Castleview. Pinching up and knocking it down low is Carter. And Parker Brenner in on the forecheck. Puck knocked loose in behind. Out from the cage, plays the one loose out front. But Castleview is able to escape the zone, get it out past the blue line to center ice. Quickly knocked back in by Carson Williams for the Raiders. Castleview spent a lot of time just regrouping, trying to find exit strategies. They can't get their offensive flow going if they can't find their breakout.
Well, what I'm seeing now is a breakdown in their structure, and I think the speed of Regis and that relentless forecheck is causing a little bit of that.
Back down in the deep end, forecheck pressure coming on. Pete Armitage trying to make a play there, but a nice work through the neutral zone now for Castleview, but deflected off a stick and gives room for Carson Williams to regain control for Regis.
It's good to see Castleview on that one. They kind of recovered, and that was one of the cleaner breakouts they had after about 2 minutes of pretty severe pressure there, Tom.
Yeah. Filler comes in. Oh, that was a nice shot through the screen there. It just went wide of the cage as Jake broke in from center ice and had a good opportunity. Paranjape dumps one down low, forces the netminder, who is Braden Johnson, I believe, might be in net. Might have saw 31.
Yeah, Baden Johnson.
Or Baden Johnson.
Arapaho kid, yep.
Okay. Puck loose up at center ice. Schick able to regroup and control. Loops in behind his own cage, waits, draws pressure, slips it out the far side boards. Cross ice pass of Mahalik's gets cut off, and in comes Castleview to the near side corner. Good pressure there from Armitage. Support coming from Schick as he chips it ahead. Filler's there, now taps it forward. Little directional play off the ref, and Mahalik picks it up but just misses Filler with the advancing pass. Back comes Castleview, dumps it in deep. Little dump and chase might get him that offensive zone pressure they've been lacking. But able to be controlled quickly by Schick and over to Armitage, who takes his time to feed it back around the near side for some space. Paranjape finds Schick up high, slips through the skates and down. That's going to be icing on the Raiders, and that'll be an opportunity to get a line change.
Yeah, so we've might have a correction. Goalie is number 33, So we don't have that number on the roster, but to further confuse things, there is a Braden Johnson that's a goalie and a Baden Johansson.
That's purposely done to trick me up. Absolutely.
We'll try and get that between periods and find out who's actually playing goal for Castleview.
Puck went on the face-off by the Raiders, taken back in his own end by Carson Williams. Reverses on the man, then spins back. Goes cross ice in the feet of Kellen Skellerud. Can't escape. Shot comes in low.
Oh.
Goes off the post as it slipped under the pad of Bussey and came out clear on the other side. No harm done. Dobbins feeds it off for Skellerud. Skellerud cuts ahead, chips it out of the zone. Quickly regained by Castleview, thrown towards the Raider end, and looping around Carson Williams. Castleview gets an opportunity that's flipped up high over the cage into the netting.
The SaberCats just responded with bringing 2 pucks, one off the crossbar and one off the left post. And Kellen did a nice job of pressuring the D here, but that puck squirted through and I think again screened Gage and rang off the post, thankfully wide.
You see it hit the inside piece of the post. It's rare that it goes across the crease and out. It's almost always going in the other side of the net, so that was fortunate. As the puck gets kept in, Castleview finding their offensive legs as they're starting to get some movement in the zone. Tipped ahead, backhanded out, breaking loose. Oh, but loses an edge is Damrath as he was turning to try and find that puck that was behind him and on edge. Comes to the near side boards. Stepping ahead is Edison Barnes. He kicks it loose and in. Gets impeded by the man, loses the puck. Barnes comes right in. It goes off the glove of Parker Brenner and into the bench, and that should come outside the zone. And it looks like the ref may be indicating all the way down. Nope, just outside. Should be just outside the blue line.
Just like the old man, Damrath may hear about that one on their car ride home with the breakaway chance falling down at the blue line.
Face-off taken by Castleview, but knocked back into their own end. Reversing back to find that is Sam Scarborough. He loses it out front to Brenner, and Parker had a beautiful opportunity that got pad save and kicked aside. That puck gets chipped up on the far side boards and comes cross ice as Castleview breaks through center ice, and out wide comes number 21, who we don't know who that is either.
Tillman Stockard, I believe.
Is that Tillman?
Yep.
All right, so Stockard, a few different numbers today, folks, so I apologize if I can't get all the names for Castleview, as things are a little crossed up on our stat sheet as far as roster numbers. Raiders come up with it on the near side. Teddy Armitage kicks it ahead. Edison Barnes there gets it knocked off his stick, and that forces Matthew Carter to retreat behind his own net, and he wings it out the far side boards and down ice for an icing.
So interesting with the new rules. I talked to one of the officials walking in the rink today, and he indicated they hadn't called a game yet this year under the new ruling, and if this were the game last weekend, there would have been at least 4 or 5 penalties called at this point. They're playing under the old checking rules, at least officiating at this point, as far as I can tell.
And with most officiating, we're just hoping it's consistent, if nothing else.
Right.
Nice play there by number 19 for Castleview to control the puck and dump it back in, but it gets thrown up into the netting on the clear by Carson Williams, and we'll do it all over again to Gage Bussey's left.
So Castelview's putting a little bit of a pushback on Regis after going down 2-0, 7:26 left in the first period, and you're starting to see them have a little bit of offensive zone time in the Regis end. Coach must be talking about the forecheck.
And also making sure our breakouts get to be a little cleaner, as we were talking about with Castleview. And in it goes. Schick dumps that in deep. It cuts loose behind. Nolan Williams picks that up, feeds Schick. Shot short side, goes off the side of the net. Still loose in the corner. Williams trying to find it. Gets thrown up on the far side boards by Castleview. And it's stuck in the feet as it gets kicked loose. Good control there by Williams, but Nolan gets pinched off the puck, and it's trapped there in the boards as he tries to kick it free. Schick there in support, trying to get the puck moved. The ref doesn't seem too worried about the ongoing battle. There it is. It comes up free. Almost picked up there. Probably a hold on Filler that he got away with for Castleview. And the puck comes outside the blue line. Tapped right back in quickly there by Williams as he goes for a change. Filler slips in behind. Held up a bit. Throws it out front, but no one home as the lines were changing. Mahalik tried to come on but couldn't find the puck as it gets knocked loose up at the blue line and up and into the bench on Castleview's side.
Well, Tom, it looks like what Castleview's figured out, if the referees are going to allow the the continuation of the body contact, that's their game right now. When they're able to neutralize Regis with that type of pressure, it's evening the balance of the game right now.
And that's their, that's what all these kids grew up playing. So I think until proven or told otherwise, they're going to fall back into what they know.
Yep.
And that's, being able to finish those checks and take that extra contact a second or two after the puck is gone.
Yeah, and they, like you said, I think the players can adjust pretty quickly as long as there's consistency in the way they're calling the game. And thus far, pretty low on the penalties.
McBeckville back out now. Mahalik breaking through, gets knocked free. Puck comes up onto center ice in the skates. Mahalik dumps it in deep. Comes in on the forecheck as Castleview's back in their own end behind the end line. Behind the net, feeds it out far side boards. Manville able to come up, step up to pressure. Gets knocked loose off a body. In the skates, Castleview battling but can't get it out. Mahalik fires it far side. Manville there. Castleview's able, though, to pick it up. Defenseman swings around. Mahalik stick checks that away, but Castleview's back to retrieve. Good forecheck pressure here by the Raiders. Shot comes from the point. Stick to side. Castleview cleans it up on the far side rebound and carries it up and out of the zone. That's number 16 for Castleview.
Nice chance.
Mahalik waits, feeds it across ice. Nice pass. Again, hit well after the pass was gone. Refs are definitely not playing by the new rule.
Nope.
That puck got tossed all the way down ice. And there's a whistle with a face-off outside the zone.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, actually. Regis has more structure, more discipline, but Castleview is forechecking hard all over the ice, and that's disrupting the play enough to keep this pretty even.
Face-off win back by the Raiders, comes near side at center ice, dumped in deep there by Williams. It gets deflected, but not out of the zone. Gloved down and taken by Castleview. Number two, breaking out, throws it all the way in deep, stick back behind the cage by Bussey, and now fed out and around and backhanded out of the zone by Carson Williams. Castleview able to dump it right back in, as I'm sure they like to play the dump and chase game. Raiders going to be looking for some open ice here on the breakout. Working through the forecheck pressure with some stretch opportunities, but that gets off the stick of Damrath. Nice pickup as Paranjape pinches, carries it into the zone wide, sweeping shot, gloved up and held by the netminder. Dylan's always one to find that opportunity to press from the back end.
Yeah.
He reads it so well to see those opportunities can come with speed.
Well, Regis had 3 or 4 guys coming through the neutral zone on that one, and that just finding that soft spot right inside the blue line for Regis. 4:33 left in the first, 2-0.
Nolan Williams off the faceoff, took that, gets knocked down. Schick regroups on the sideboard, trying to take control of the puck, but it gets chipped ahead. Castleview is able to get it out of the zone. Step up there defensively by Teddy Armitage, and a good back check effort there, I believe, by Caleb Dobbins to get back and sweep that puck free. Schick using his speed to try and go around the defender, gets bodied up. Filler looks through. Nice look by Filler, but Nolan Williams couldn't get his stick down to get that shot on net. There was room. And now Castleview breaking out. That quick shot comes from number 8, Jarrett Curran for Castleview. That goes wide of the cage. And now Castleview has it at the point with some pressure of their own. Shot in, easily sticked up and gloved by Bussey.
So what happened there, Tom, was, I think Regis got excited with the chances in front of the net. And when your team does that, they have to have the discipline to stay back. And what happened was the entire Regis team started collapsing in one chip play, and there's a breakaway down the ice.
Face off for Beck, knocked far side. Carson Williams feeds it all the way around the boards. Mahalik comes up on the half to battle, comes up with the puck, chips it behind and out for Beck as he comes down. Screened a bit there by the linesman, and that gives Castleview time to regroup and control. Good play on the board, shot in from the point by Matthew Carter, gets gloved up and held. As Mahalik got a little retaliation for the late hit down here, right there.
Another hard hit down here in the Castleview end.
I think Colin owed somebody one after that hit down here that had no call on it. Beck down in the faceoff, right off, sticked, deflected up into the screen, the shot of Manville. Looking for that faceoff clean win and shot that led to the second goal of the game.
Beck wins at least 50% of his faceoffs, if not 60, in some games 70. So it's pretty dangerous when that faceoff's down in the opposing team's end.
Faceoff comes down, taken up at the point there by Williams. He's forced to flip it up into the deep corner. Mahalik comes in, pressure on the D. Mahalik comes up with it, shot out front, forces the pad save. Another shot, pad save.
Unbelievable.
Quick hands by Beck to find that pad save coming out to him. Gets another shot on. Impressive save from the netminder.
Yeah, goalie had no idea where that shot was, but had he good angle and positioning, hit his left pad and dropped right in front of him, and he froze it quickly.
Beck takes it himself. Quick shot goes wide of the net, all the way around far side. Fed through the middle, picked off by Mahalik. Backhands across for Beck. Shot gets stick checked and blocked. Oh, a deflection that had to be pad saved on the near side post, but now Castleview finally gets it out. Off the skate of Carter, gives Castleview a chance to break ahead. Shot comes from the far side, blocker to side by Bussey. Now down in the near side corner. Castleview slips around. Mahalik chips at him with the shoulder, then deflects it off the stick. Down it comes, shot towards the net, deflected in on Bussey, blind. He makes the save, backhanded, another pad save. And then knocked down from behind there is Manville. He gets up, controls the puck, gets hit again. Mahalik takes it, taps it loose, and feeds that one off for Beck and goes for a change. Ian goes 1-on-2, gets sandwiched and taken down. Puck is loose for Castleview to pick up and break free. Raiders seeing that there's an opportunity to take a little more physical play.
We have got a goaltending battle going on right now, too, on both ends.
Fed all the way down ice. But now back up in the neutral zone. Teddy Armitage plays it off the boards, knocked ahead and carried in by number 5 for Castleview. Shot right into the glove of Bussey and held.
I got to tell you, the goaltenders at both ends in the last 2 minutes have made several unbelievable saves, and there's nothing better when you're down 2-0 to have your goaltender make a few key saves and build some momentum for your squad.
Puck is down. Oh, turnover there off the stick of Paranjape. Almost created a scoring chance there for Castleview, but sticked aside nicely on a good defensive play. Castleview still keeps it in the zone. Paranjape is able to regroup, control, and carry it up to his own blue line and tap it up off a skate and out of the zone, but not deep. Here at center ice, Castleview comfortable to just throw that back in, forcing the Raiders to get set and transition up and out of the zone. Blocked again nicely on the far side, forcing Paranjape to step up and play that at the blue line. See Castleview there playing the body more than the puck right now, as they've gotten into a rhythm with their physical play. Backhand out front, blocked aside by Bussey, and now controlled back by Parker Brenner, who gains space and sends that one off for Armitage behind the cage. Puck comes up near side boards. Brenner backhanded ahead, but out of the reach of Edison Barnes. Castleview able to play it back through the middle. Now loose at center ice. Castleview dumps it in off the leg and deep, goes for their change. Raiders are changing as well. Opportunity for a stretch, but cutting back was Filler to his own blue line. A little miscommunication there led to an icing.
Yeah, nothing fancy by Castleview. They're just forechecking hard and really trying to disrupt what Regis has been doing. And as a result, the puck has been down in the Regis end a little bit more than most of the first period. We have 50 seconds left in the first 2-0 game Regis, but it's evened out quite a bit in the second half of this first period.
Yeah, those 2 goals in the first maybe 5 minutes was the difference. Since then, pretty even. Face-off went back to the point. Castleview dumps it deep down around the boards. Williams able to step in, bodies a man. Puck comes loose out in front, backhanded off Bussey's stick. Back up high, goes to the point, feeds it near side. Shot goes down low wide. Might have been a shot pass looking for a tip. Instead, it gets up out of the zone. Played ahead by Nolan Williams. He takes a big hit. There's going to be a call there as he gets hit from behind. Castleview will be taking their first penalty of the game.
Yeah, doesn't get much clearer than that. I mean, Castleview's done a really nice job of walking that fine line if the refs aren't going to call it. But that time, you probably checked all 3 boxes. Defensive player used his forearm and his head hit the boards going down. So easy call by the ref.
Power play set up here for the Raiders with 24.7 left in the first period. Beck, Brenner, Manville, Carter, and Mahalik. Face-off, tapped free, controlled by Castleview. Carter goes down. Mahalik drops back to cover. Castleview goes across. Shot. Great save by Bussey. as he slides across the crease and closes that space down. Good step up by Brenner. Parker knocks it off a skate, but then it gets thrown back in deep. Castleview still off sides as they need to touch up. Mahalik can eat it behind his own cage as the period expires.
Well, there you go, and some another excellent goaltending there at the last minute. And to point out on that 2-on-1 developed, we had a player go down at our blue line. It immediately turned into a 2-on-1, and Michael Manville was putting a ton of back pressure through the neutral zone, which allowed the goalie to play the shooter, and he played it perfectly. They made that pass across, and a really nice pad save with about 6 seconds left in the period. So could have been a dangerous play in a 2-1 game, and instead we go into the second 2-0. So a couple things. We're going to get a score of the Valor game here between periods, and we'll come back. We'll have 1:36 left on the Castleview penalty when we start the second, but I'll see if I can't get a score on the Valor game that's going on across.
Hey, take this opportunity to give a nice birthday shout out to Carter Schick's Grandpa Schick, who's turning 91 today. Happy birthday, watching out in Michigan along with Gordy and Tracy, Melody and Sean. Great to have you guys along. Happy birthday. You share a good month with my father, who turns 91 next weekend, so you're in good company.
Well, just got a text here that Grandpa Jack, Luke's grandpa, and his Uncle John are in Buena Vista, Colorado, watching the game broadcast this evening. So always fun to shout out and know that people around the state and even the world are watching these games. This is pretty fun. So I'm going to take a minute and just talk about CPHL a little bit between break here. And actually, I'm going to hold off on that because it looks like we're not going to do the ice, and we're getting ready to drop the puck for period number 2.
Raiders will have 1:36 left of power play time to start up this period. Be nice to get some good opportunities here. Maybe we can bang one home and stretch that lead.
Yeah, it looks like Regis coach has got a lot of positive comments. They're having fun on the bench. I think having a 2-goal cushion is helpful for your confidence. So they're feeling pretty loose and looking good right now.
Face off in. Beck's able to win in the side. Down goes Brenner. Gets knocked all the way back. Mahalik takes it in and goes behind the cage, and will set it up coming out of his own end. Pushes up ice, feeds it near side. Tapped ahead and onto the stick of Manville. Manville waits, backhands it down low. Can't get stick checked and knocked out. Nice defensive play there by Castleview as they were able to get that loose.
Terry,
Mahalik, yeah.
Terry not too happy about the zone entry there. Feels like they had more time and space.
Beck able to pick up the deflected pass. Now he's got it set up, goes cross looking for Brenner just outside of his reach. Matthew Carter slides down, feeds it in behind for Manville as they get set up in the deep zone. Carter back to the point, goes cross ice for Beck. Beck waits, tries to snap a shot, blocked, comes loose, deflected by Beck to keep it in. Mahalik waits, throws it high, blocked wide into the corner, never got through. Beck has it, backhands down low for Manville as they're working the cycle. Looking for Beck across, good stick check, blocks the pass, and it gets fed out of the zone by Castleview.
Penalty kill, just flustered Regis there for about 30 seconds.
25 seconds left as one more rush here for the Raiders. They stretch up to center ice, carried on there by Schick. Carter waits, stick handles, gets knocked loose, regains control, backhands down low. Cross it comes, now Carter, Schick reverses, goes back down in the corner, playing give and go there with Nolan Williams. He goes to his brother Carson at the point, right back down to Nolan. Nolan looking, shot blocked again. Some key blocks in this power play opportunity by Castleview as they come out of the box. Nice deflection of the stretch passes. They were trying to get in behind Carson Williams.
Smart play by Bussy there, seeing the guy coming out of the box and wrapping that to the corner.
Puck goes around far side boards. Jake Filler there to pick it up, slides in. Hands that one off to Carson Williams. He gets stood up and the puck can't get out of the zone. Nolan Williams able to regain control. And then Schick has to dump it ahead as he gets a check coming from Castleview, and we're gonna get a slash call, I think, in a retaliation, and that may be going against Schick.
Interesting. Let's see.
No.
Castleview.
Okay, I was going to say, because when he came in, I thought he might have gotten him for the hit on Schick, but maybe just got the stick up.
Yeah,
they saw the slash.
He called it a slash, but I think what he really called is he put both his fists right up into the neck head area of Schick as he was coming across the red line. So that's the right call. And
that would give the Raiders another power play at 14:50 of the second.
Yep. Really impressed with Castleview's PK on that last shift there. They really kept their structure and didn't break down. The only time Regis started to look like they had a chance was when the forward came up really high against the defender and then had a guy open on the wall there. But then again, he went to shoot and they got a blocked shot and puck went down.
Yeah, with both body positioning and good sticks and passing lanes, they really didn't let the Raiders get the movement they wanted. Nope, they got it. They did call a slash. I think now that they got this sorted out, looks like actually the Raiders are going to the box, not Castleview. And I think it was a retaliatory slash after the hit that went uncalled.
Yep. So I wouldn't say that was the wrong call, but not calling the first player, I think,
was also an error.
Yep.
It's always that second guy. So now instead we'll get to see the Raiders on the PK, and Bussey thought he had the save, slipped under the arm, and it's tapped in by Castleview for a power play goal to make this 2-1.
All of a sudden we got a closer game, and again, offensive zone face-off win is very dangerous just for that reason. A quick shot on net and a rebound. The puck was just sitting in the blue paint. Mahalik went to try and get it, but a Castleview player got to it quicker and poked it through.
Yeah, I think everybody thought Gage had that under the armpit.
Yep.
And it was Castleview who first noticed it was loose.
I think Colin was the only other guy that saw it and couldn't get there in time.
Castleview with some energy now off that goal, as they feel like they've been the better team for a few minutes here. So the Raiders are going to have to get something going and tilt this ice back in their favor. Puck dumped down into the Castleview zone, chip behind their own net, comes out the near side. For checking is Mahalik and Beck as that puck gets knocked free and then turned over. Beck has it, waits, takes it in the legs, kicks it down low for Manville, but it gets tapped around to the near side by the SaberCats. Oh, play there with the elbow up, knocking the man down. Mahalik can't quite control. That was Carter who had stepped up trying to keep that in. Matthew took a shot for his troubles. Now back in deep. Raiders now on the forecheck, doing a better job of pressuring in the offensive zone. Castleview able to get it free and out of the zone, and the developing 2-on-1 with Matthew Carter back. Cross ice pass outside of the reach of the cutting Castleview player, and now the Raiders get a break in the other direction. Mahalik sweeps wide, shot up off the glove, loose, down, and then tap free. Castleview comes back out through the middle. Nolan Williams gets Goodwood on that, right up outside over the plexiglass and out of play.
Holy cow. Could have been a 2-2 game with that 2-on-1 down here, and then it went back, turned around the other direction very quickly. So I think the scoring may open up here pretty soon if things continue this way, Tom.
We'll have to see which goaltender blinks first. I don't think Gage is going to be too happy. I have a feeling he may not give up much for a while now.
Yep.
Faceoff comes down, taken by Filler. Splits two men, shot low, great. Forces the pad save out wide to the corner. Just got his toe on that, it looked like, as that was a great shot from Filler. Steals it right back, shot gets blocked. Schick steps in the corner, gets hit into the boards from behind there. Filler helps to support and digs the puck out with Schick. Schick reverses, comes up, crosses to the middle, shot short side off the pipe. Now it's loose for the for Castleview as they come ahead, and they just bang it out of the zone, but controlled quickly at the point by Paranjape and thrown back in. Paranjape has it, waits for men to touch up, then goes cross ice. Schick is there, but reverses back out of the zone and will be called for offsides.
I think we got an offside. And boy, Jake Filler on that last shift, he's just got such a quick release. And I think he had a screen between the defenseman's leg on the first shot, and then it went back on his stick. He curled off the wall for another shot off the post. So Regis getting a little rhythm here.
Need that pressure going the other way. And they got it. Here comes Castleview, working hard still. Their energy has been consistent ever since that little bit of a slow start. They've come out. Now down low, carried in and around, thrown out through the crease. No sticks down there. It comes out the far side. Castleview tries to throw it back towards the middle, but knocked off. And see, there's the call for the late hit well after the puck was gone. And Regis will be right back on the power play as Castleview is going to the box. Classic example again of what the new rules are telling us.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because, while I think Castleview is playing an intense brand of physical hockey, they've let a lot of those go thus far in the game. So it'll be interesting if the referee's starting to make an in-game adjustment or not.
Well, the Raiders get back on the power play. They'd like to get that 2-goal lead back. 12:24 the second period. 2 minutes for roughing Castleview. Face off, one quick shot again. Beautiful win straight to Manville for that angle shot. That gets saved and knocked out of the zone. Coming back down to the Raider end. Mahalik goes cross ice for Carter. Tapped loose for Beck. Beck has to feed it ahead. The step up on the nice forecheck by Castleview disrupts the breakout for the Raiders. Carter's back down into his own end. Gets forecheck pressure again. Beck is back to support. Comes cross ice for Mahalik. He should be able to skate it ahead. Pushing up along with Brenner and delayed there was Manville. Mahalik should be able to go through the man and does to the corner, but it gets pinched off there. Manville digs it out. Cuts across. Goes back to the point to Beck. Instead, he walks in. Shot high up over the top of the bar. Down low, thrown out. Mahalik controls. Nice touch pass off. Again, Beck gets a better look. Loose. On the short side, picked up by Beck. He wheels out of the corner, waits, comes up to the point for Carson Williams. Back down low for Beck. Beck has it, tries to get it across, stick checked again. He was looking for Brenner, and that gets knocked out of the zone by Castleview.
Once again, well done on the PK by Castleview because Regis had really good puck movement on that.
Couple opportunities, but still nothing to crack the net. Nolan Williams carries the puck on. Slips down the far side, backhands it in behind the cage for Filler. He hands that one back off, but it's outside of the reach of Williams. Nolan has it, backhands back down low. Cycle working there with Filler. Filler decides to play back up to the point. Paranjape comes near side for Carson Williams. Shot goes wide right of the net, probably looking for a deflection. Instead, the puck is loose down on the boards. Filler can't find it as he went down, but kept in by Paranjape. He walks out, shoots one low and wide of the left side of the net. Good step up there by Nolan Williams to pressure, and in comes Schick. Now controlled by Paranjape. He waits, fires, it goes knocked down off a body and backhanded ahead by Castleview and out of the zone. Carson Williams there to control. Oh, that would have been a nice one for Filler, but he's late in his shift. Needs to go for a change. Schick picks that one up, takes it around the near side corner, fights off two men, but then loses an edge and goes down, sticks with it, and the puck comes up for Paranjape at the point. Back down low for fresh bodies as Castleview knocks down Damrath, and the puck gets cleared all the way out and down for an icing.
Wow, still really impressive with the sticks for Castleview on that PK. I think Regis is trying to be more patient down here, looking for their open players and getting that puck movement, but Castleview, with their active sticks, has gotten to a lot of those plays and been able to nullify the power play chances.
10:03 left, second period, 2-1 hockey game. Castleview gains control of the faceoff, pushing ahead. Dumps it up and down ice, but not deep enough for an icing. Able to be chase it down as a Castleview forward. Throws it out front. Beautiful pass look there from number 9 for Castleview, but through the crease and out the far side as that net was open and Bussey was vulnerable. Played up ahead, Damrath kicks it in the skates, knocks it down in the zone, comes in on the pressure, thrown out to the near side board. Castleview blind pass, picked up and carried out of the zone. Good play there by Teddy Armitage defensively to slow the man up on the body, but the shot still comes off the stick of number 8 for Castleview, Jarrett Curran, and that's held by Bussey.
Really good battle going on right now, really even. Castleview's got some energy. They look more confident, and as a result, the game is feeling a lot more even on both ends right now. So we've got 9:22 left in the second, 2-1 Regis.
Puck down in the near side corner, loop in behind. Man gets pinched off the puck by Beck there, and puck is carried up to the corner there by Carson Williams. still loose down in the feet, bodies colliding, goes out to the far side boards. Avery Osgood throws it up and out at the blue line. Puck gets knocked back into the Raiders zone. Ian Beck retrieves the puck, but the exiting pass gets blocked and thrown in on net. Deflection goes wide as Carter was there on D. Carson Williams goes into the far side corner. Castleview plays it back behind as they get into their cycle. Number 10 for Castleview slips out the near side, feeds it out front high. Nobody in front of the net. D is forced to flip it into the near side boards and down to the corner. Castleview currently winning the puck battles, and the Raiders getting trapped in their own end because of it. Osgood feeds it up the boards, can't get it out. Shot blocker to side there by Bussey. Carter steps in on the body of the man in the corner, and Castleview is able to dig it out. Stolen off his stick by Carson Williams. He goes far side. Raiders need a frozen puck or a clear to get a change as their legs look tired. Castleview player pinched off nicely there. Good defensive play by the Raiders while he was on the puck. Knocked ahead, but into the skates of the defenseman, and Castleview keeps it in briefly. Finally banged out of the zone all the way down ice for an icing.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Castleview was really cycling nicely. They had open guys coming down the slot, and it's good to have a Gage Bussey in the net to make a key save, put it in the corner, and let your team get back in position when that happens. And we'll get some line changes, and looks like we got Carter Schick filler.
Perrin Joppe and Kellen Skellerud, and I think that's Teddy Armitage on the other side on D.
Yep, so referee is having a conversation with the Castleview coach right now.
Oh, they're going to do the ice make at the halfway point of the second, it looks like.
Okay.
So instead of waiting until between periods, it'll be halfway through the game that they'll do the ice make. So we got a little break here at 7:57 of the second, as the Zamboni will come out and give the boys some fresh ice.
What do you think so far, Tom? What's your perception of the game and the momentum and what you're seeing?
I think it's a combination for me. The momentum shift really came when Castleview found their physical game without really, seeing a lot of penalties called. We were both there last weekend for the early bird tournament, and we saw games where there were 10, 15, even 20 plus penalties called, which really disrupted the flow because they didn't let the physicality come into play. In this game, I think that's the difference. Once Castleview got physical, that gave them legs, they got energy.
Yeah, and I think
closed the gap.
That's right. I think I started off saying, it might be an advantage for Regis having played games under the new rules, and right away, that advantage may have shifted if they're not going to call the game. So it's going to be an interesting year with the officiating. The officials are learning these new rules, and there's going to be a shaking out period. So interested to see who that favors and the ice change 2-1 game halfway through coming out after the break. So
I expect Castleview to, they really look like they come with the energy to keep it close. And so they're looking forward to the opportunity. I think the Raiders need to look at this as an opportunity at this break to get refocused, find their feet, recognize that their speed game was probably taken away with the physical play. They need to get back to that and get back to moving the puck the way Raider hockey moves the puck.
Yep.
And they'll be just fine. I think the offensive chances will come.
Agreed. All right, well, we're going to sign up for a few minutes. We'll tune back and explain a little bit about the league play in CPHL coming up. But until then, we're signing off here.
See you shortly. Hey folks, we're back. Ice make is done. Players should be coming out of the locker room shortly. Just to let you know, at the halfway point, shots were 15-14 Castleview, so just about as tight as the scoreboard shows.
Yep, so we're going to take a minute and just talk about CPHL, Colorado Prep Hockey League. Founded in 2012, Jeff Melnicki, coach of Cherry Creek High School, was one of the founders. The current board is Ralph Bammert, Terry Ott, Jeff Melnicki, Dan Woodley, and George Gwozdecki, so a couple of stalwarts in town that really know hockey. Interestingly, the difference between CPHL, I'm often asked, what's the difference between CPHL and CHASA? And CPHL operates U18 USA hockey teams under the USA Hockey Tier 2 designation, and that's confusing because this is considered Tier 1 high school hockey. Tier 1 under USA Hockey is AAA hockey, so that's the first distinction that's important. The second one is the reason that they founded this league in 2012 was because all these kids grow up playing club hockey, and the seasons are generally from October to March.
Yep. And
CHASA seasons are only about 6 weeks long, so the hockey coaches in town and all the families wanted to have more of a regular length of a season. CHASA doesn't do that. CHASA allowed them to affiliate with their schools and form this league. So technically the season ends the end of November, and there's most high schools have another CHASA tryout and formulate their CHASA teams. For a lot of the more established programs, those teams are very similar, but the rosters can change with tryouts and kids who may be not playing in the fall and want to try out for their CHASA team. So
that's nice.
What they also did this year, which is new, is they tiered the Tier 1 CPHL. So we've got two divisions, the McKinnon Conference and the McCarr Conference. And what you'll notice is, and I'll read these off, the red team for Regis is playing in the McCarr Conference, and the white team for Regis is playing in the McKinnon Conference. The McKinnon Conference has Ralston Valley, Cherry Creek, Denver East, Fort Collins, Monarch, Shap, Valor, Vale, Battle Mountain, and Stanley Lake. In regular season play, our red squad here playing this evening will not play any of those teams. They could match up in tournaments such as this because the tier 1 teams will be lumped together. But in regular season play, our team is in the McCarr Conference, which is Castleview, Centaurus, Heritage, Mountain Vista, Pine Creek, Chatfield, Cheyenne, Lewis Palmer, Resurrection Christian, and Steamboat.
So we'll see a lot of different teams out there through the course of the fall. And here we are back to play after the ice gets done. Castleview wins the face-off in the offensive zone, feeds it down deep. Backhanded out front, stick to side. Nice defensive play, flipped out, but just outside of the reach of Jake Filler's stick. Castleview has to go all the way back into their own zone. Fed back up through center ice, slips through the skates of Carson Williams. Onto the stick of number 4 for Castleview. Nice pad save there by Bussy. Again,
Jake Bussy coming up big.
Bussy finds that one in the glove and holds it.
Well,
as Castleview gets a couple quick chances here early.
That is not the first shift Terry wanted coming out of the locker room with 2 quick shots by Castleview. That is why you have Gage Bussy in net. And again, that can give you a little shot in the arm when you're not ready to play first shift to have your goaltender come up big.
Parker Brenner will take the face-off here. One back by Castleview, deflected on net again. Pad save on the redirect. Nice play by Bussy again. Castleview dumps it right back in deep. Raiders are going to have to get their feet moving and get some energy here as Castleview is pressuring the offensive zone well. Breakout for the Raiders, can't come. Back down in low, controlled there by Paranjape. Knocked off his stick by Castleview. Pete Armitage tries to regain control, but Castleview picks it off. Breaking towards the net, backhanded out front. Beautiful look, but off the stick of the Castleview forward, and then carried out of the zone. Back-checking work there by number 9 for Castleview. After making the great setup pass, it didn't go. Raiders get a change. Castleview feeds it around the far side, then has to tuck it in behind their own net and out to the near side corner. Pressure there. Puck gets chipped ahead, comes up and out for Armitage. Teddy reverses back at center ice and then dumps it in deep.
Great smart play by Armitage there.
Slowed up by the netminder, then misplayed in digging and thrown out front. Oh, hops over Beck as Mahalik backhanded that through the crease, but Beck couldn't find it. Beck tries to chip that loose. Waite carries it out, loses it off the stick, back to the point. Knocked down low for Mahalik. He backhands it off for Beck. He waits, shot off the shoulder and up into the screen.
Wow, and that whole sequence, Tom, was started by Teddy Armitage here in the neutral zone. They chipped it to the neutral zone. Teddy got it across the red line so that he was able to dump that in quickly and allow Mahalik to get down to the goaltender behind the net and create that chance in front.
Well, here comes Beck in the face-off. Raiders back in the offensive zone. Beck comes up with his shot, gets deflected off a stick up high and out of play. Raiders really want to get some offensive flow here.
Well, Beck has got his
pressure.
Beck is single focused on firing pucks to the net right now.
Face-off is loose. Controlled by Mahalik, backhands it over. Manville's shot, stick to side by the netminder. Mahalik goes in the corner, puck gets fed off near side by Castleview. Battled and stolen back, nice play there by Manville. He knocks it down low, Mahalik has it, just outside of the reach of Beck. He had a look, and Beck had some space, but that pass wasn't on target. And instead we're gonna get an icing as the stretch pass goes outside of the reach of Manville.
That line, we joke about it a lot, but they have really good chemistry and know where each other is in the offensive zone. And
they know where to go.
A couple really good looks with just off the stick and out of the reach.
That's going to turn into something here as this game goes on.
And I don't know who we called the Castleview goal, but it was Grayson Peel had that first goal of the year and ran into his parents' team periods.
Castleview takes the faceoff down in the Raiders zone, wins it and takes it into the corners, number 4. Sweeping around the far side, looping out, tries to feed it out in front, deflected off a skate, but picked up nicely and carried up and out of the zone by Carter Schick. Schick breaks through 2 men, carries it down low, loops in behind the net, waiting, seeing what's out front, tried to backhand one into the crease, but it got blocked by a skate. Plays it back to the point instead for Armitage. He hands it right off for Schick. Carter loops down the corner, uses the ref for a little bit of a screen there. Comes back up high. His sauce pass gets sticked and blocked down and then controlled by Castleview as they take it up and out of the zone. Teddy Armitage is back. He gets ridden off the puck down in the far side. Comes around to the near side corner. Castleview wins the foot race, but it ends up on the stick of Nolan Williams for the Raiders, and he bangs it out of the zone. That goes all the way down ice for an icing.
I want to point out something on that sequence down in our end where Castleview was cycling. Jake Filler made a really nice play, sagging down on the box+1 defense to pick up the center in front of the net. Both defensemen were tied up behind the net with the cycle, and it's really critical that Jake recognized that and came in and got his stick on that player.
Face-off controlled by Castleview, tries to snap a shot off, stick deflected and wide of the net. Tapped ahead there by Barnes and up to the point, but not out. Digging for the puck there is Armitage. Pete can't come up with it. Now it's knocked down low. Carson Williams gets snuck by. The shot quickly in, pad saved by Jake Bussey. Or by Gage Bussey, excuse me. Now coming up the near side boards, comes through out to center ice. Castleview immediately controls the puck, throwing off a body. Nice block there by Pete Armitage. But Castleview is able to regain and enter the zone. Quick left-handed shot, square up. Bussey's there to hold it.
Wow. Couple of just individual good effort by Castleview to get those shots on net, but I'm noticing the Regis defense is a little bit more disciplined down in their end with the cycle going on. They're staying in position and taking away the chances once they're set up. Most of the chances have come by transition and broken plays coming across the blue line.
Yeah, the bounces have definitely gone their way as far as loose pucks ending up on Castleview sticks. Area pass there by Manville, nicely defended there by number 22. And then carrying it ahead, gets through the stick of Mahalik, and Castleview comes up and out and dumps it down into the offensive zone. Raiders had the puck briefly, now back on a Raiders stick. And tossed out the far side boards, redirected onto Mahalik's stick. He carries it ahead, taps it off 2 legs, gets played in the body by number 10. Thrown back down low, goes off Mahalik's skate, comes loose, and Castleview knocks it out of the zone. Another deflection ahead that's controlled by Armitage and banged out of the Raider end. There's a tripping call that should go against Castleview and does. Yep. Picked up by Manville, goes off a stick, Manville taps it to himself. Mahalik slips in behind, waits, feeds it up high for Paranjape. He walks, shot, deflected, and then controlled by Castleview. And we'll have a penalty tripping call on Castleview at 2:58 of the second period.
Yeah, and Dylan, you got a delayed call. There's no damage if there's a turnover because you know the whistle's going to get blown. The goalie was turned around facing the net, and there was a guy in the crease, so he just fired that puck.
Another well-timed Castleview block. They've had plenty of them today.
Looks like we got Filler,
Schick and Williams up front.
Yep. Matthew Carter and Carson Williams at the point.
Puck gets dumped up and out of the zone. Carson Williams in a foot race there. Castleview forechecker, able to win the puck battle, but then it's stolen back. And we're having a little handoff here as 2 turnovers lead it right back in deep in the Raiders zone. Matthew Carter waits, feeds it across for Williams. Carson has it. He slows it up, looking for the breakout. 1:30 left in the power play for the Raiders. Looking to get set up, need to gain the zone. Tapped in off the stick of Nolan Williams, all the way down deep. Nolan in for the forecheck pressure, support from Filler, forces a turnover. Controlled by Schick, he reverses, comes up and out of the corner, waits, drops back down at the hash marks, looking for an angle, feeds Filler down low. He walks out the near side, back up again, a stick deflection of the pass, looking for Nolan Williams in front. Castleview active sticks really doing a good job on the PK.
Yeah, great. Once again, the Castleview PK has just got really good active sticks. Regis set up really nicely. Carter Schick showed a lot of patience. Wheeled behind the net, was looking for a couple players, and Castleview just got their stick in there and chipped that all the way down the ice.
Raiders will take a face-off in their own end with 1:01 left in this power play, 1:59 left in the second period. Mahalik controls the face-off there, goes in behind his own net, now breaks up ice. Waiting, pushing, feeds it off near side as the man comes. Out of the reach of Beck, though, and it goes down ice off the stick of the Castleview defender. Matthew Carter now looking to see if he can start the breakout. He's got room as he goes far side. Beck feeds across out of the reach. Mahalik's going to have to try and pressure Castleview with room to clear. Bussey plays it, feeds it all the way up off the boards. Manville can't control. Shot high and off the glass, down in deep as Castleview is killing off this penalty cleanly. Now we've got a whistle. And not sure where that came from.
Looks like the ref is
he calling
an
offside?
Offside.
Okay.
So Castleview must have fired that puck outside of the red line. Went about 3 feet high of the net, deflected off the glass, and there was a little delay before he blew the whistle.
Here it comes, good clean win for the Raiders. Dumped in deep and down goes Manville. Slowed up in time there for Damrath. Damrath gets knocked down from behind. Battles for the puck there. Beck was there, but it gets winged all the way around the boards back to the point. And Teddy Armitage has to control. Goes cross ice pass there for Carson Williams. He pulls up, fires it up onto the stick of the Castleview defender. So he was looking for Beck breaking out. Castleview walks in, shot high, wide of the net and around the glass. Out on the far side boards. Good play there by Carson Williams as he gets a good physical check in, and the Raiders flip it up and out. Ref goes down, or linesman goes down on the far side boards, and play continues as Castleview dumps it in off of Beck into the Raiders zone. Through the middle, pass comes up ice. Good touch pass off for Damrath. Damrath walks in, shot through the legs. No, gives it up, shot, another one, follow up, 2 good saves.
What a beautiful looking play there.
Wow, that was a nice feed. Damrath with a really good handoff there for Beck as he was cutting down the middle. Beck got 2 good chances. Baden Johansson standing tall in the crease.
Well, and you don't typically, coaches get irritated when you cut into the middle coming across the blue line, but he had just enough space and put it on, I think it was Ian's stick, for a nice shooting opportunity.
Castleview hustling out. Paranjape does a nice job getting to the loose puck first. Parker Brenner comes through, swings in his own blue line, then waits and feeds it back to gain space for Paranjape. Another active stick deflects the pass, and it goes all the way down ice, and that should end the period at 2-1 Raiders.
Yep. So, again, I'm seeing the Castleview chances are on the transition, And it's because of that forecheck and their good PK defense and their active sticks. And conversely, what you're seeing from Regis is more structure coming into the zone, a little bit more patience, and their chances are coming through that type of thing. But I'm really impressed with the Castleview defense.
Well, I think they've controlled the neutral zone better than the Raiders have. They've had more neutral zone opportunities to break up and kind of confuse or frustrate the Raiders trying to get in for their offensive zone setup. And that's a lot has to do with their energy and their stick activity, and their forecheck.
Yep. And I wouldn't call it a trap, but it's almost playing out as a trap on the PK in the neutral zone, because they had guys lined up in the neutral zone and one forechecker staying pretty high.
Yeah. Well, the Raider energy needs to come. I still haven't seen the typical Raider speed you would want.
Yep.
And I'm sure Terry's talking with them about that. Coach Otts probably has some words to say, let's get going. This is where we need to be.
Yep. Just looking at the dynamic of the two benches, it looks like Castleview is feeling pretty confident, having some fun out there. Terry definitely is talking about some more specifics, and I feel like Castleview is just telling him to keep doing what you're doing.
But he's got the Raiders' attention. You didn't see any kids staring off into space there.
No,
you had eyes locked on, as Coach Ott said.
Right.
This is what I want in the third period.
Right.
And you're going to the third period with a 2-1 lead. And now here's where you lock it down and you close the game out. And that's a good early season test for these kids.
Yep. So it looks like we've got Filler, Schick, and Williams out there as the forward line.
Paranjape on the back end there with Carter. Face-off knocked back into the Raiders zone. Paranjape heads back and feeds it around the far side. Nolan Williams lets the man get through in front of him, and Castleview is able to battle free with that puck, but chipped head nicely by Filler and out of the zone. Tapped loose by Filler again. Castleview with the touch-up. Filler feeds it back through the middle. Castleview players there to control and dump it in deep. Sticked aside by Bussey, but up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off down in the Raiders zone.
Really liking Bussey's veteran leadership. He's made a couple high-level plays that you don't see by young goaltenders. A couple times fired that puck when he saw his defenseman confused to get it up over the blue line, and that time he fired it up into the netting to get a whistle down here.
And that whistle, unfortunately, wasn't just a shot in the netting. It was the penalty at the end boards on the Raiders, and we'll be short here at 16:30 as a roughing call goes against the Raiders' power play for Castleview. Filler out to kill the penalty here with Schick. Teddy Armitage and Paranjape on the back end. Here comes Castleview as they work their foot speed and come up the near side. Carried on by number 5, wheels back. Puck gets fed in behind the net. Back behind goes Armitage, and then supported there by Paranjape, but the clearing attempt goes off a skate and gets pinned up in the end boards. Schick waiting in support. Finally, the whistle comes as the puck doesn't get moved, and we'll get a face-off.
A little bit of energy here on both teams. A little bit of chatter after the play there, but pinned on the boards. Neither team wanted to commit and get caught. So after about 20 seconds, they finally blew the whistle. So we got a PK face-off. The Regis end 2-1, 15:53 less in the third, and 1:22 left on the penalty.
That puck swept away and cleared nicely by Carson Williams as he won that battle. A much-needed puck battle win. Damrath in on the forecheck pressure. Goalie steps out on him in his crease, slows him up. And there's Mahalik there to force the puck played back behind the cage by Castleview. Damrath steps up now, and they're keeping that puck down low as Damrath steps up. Now Mahalik comes in, bodies the puck down, staying in the Castleview zone. Mahalik has it, dumps it off the boards down deep, forcing the netminder back behind to play it. Keep working on the forecheck there as they're killing off penalties the easy way, keeping it down in the defensive zone. Now the puck is thrown out front. Beautiful feed, good pass, shot by number 8. And I believe Bussey made that save.
Yeah, he did. Beautiful play, beautiful chance by Castleview. They kept him on the outside all the way up the ice, but a nice feed to the middle at the last minute.
Here we go as Castleview reverses, feeds it back. Only 19 seconds left in the PK for the Raiders. Step up by Beck forces the puck loose, but a nice tap pass there. And then trying to go back to him. Shot goes low off the pad. Number 8 can't find it. Feeds a backhand in on Bussey, but Gage gets across and smothers it.
Yeah, it was a 3-on-1 there developing. Regis had a back checker but couldn't get to 2 guys in front of the net, and luckily not a great shot, and Gage froze it.
5 seconds left in the penalty for the Raiders, and that clear should take care of it, as we'll get back to even strength here at 14:30.
Looks like we got Kellen Skellerud out of the off the bench for the box.
And Skellerud comes in on the puck on the near side board, feeds it in the corner onto the stick of Beck. Back to the point for Paranjape. His shot gets blocked. Castleview looking to break out and create an odd man rush, but the backhanded area pass gets stolen off by Beck. Beck walks through the middle, gets the puck knocked off his stick, blocked down and kept in the zone by Skellerud, but now here comes Castleview breaking ahead, dumping it in at the blue line. Odd deflection off the stanchion, threw it in on Bussey,
right,
and he's forced to cover.
You got that right. That puck should have rimmed behind the net, and it ended up fluttering and going right to the net. But really nice PK there to keep Castleview neutralized to the neutral zone. All they were able to do was chip.
Beck's face-off comes near side for Paranjape. He wings it in behind, but it comes up the near side boards. Nice body position there by number 20 for Castleview. Slipped around Mahalik at the last second to keep that puck in the zone. Paranjape in a battle. Now Mahalik returns the favor, bodies off, and gets the puck tapped ahead. Paranjape makes a nice play for Manville. He breaks in. Nice defensive play, but controlled by Paranjape, who's still up. Feeds Mahalik, backhand shot down low, stick save. Now Paranjape with it, feeds it back down low, outside of the reach of Mahalik, goes around the far side boards. Up comes Castleview, through the middle, dumps it up and out, and down in the Raider end. Dillon taps it once, then twice, ends up on the stick of Beck. He feeds it up, and touch pass comes off to Mahalik from Manville. Mahalik waits, shoots, high off the back end of the stick out front, and tapped in by Beck. Beautiful play by Ian following that up. Really? Mahalik's shot went off the butt end of the stick, and it somehow bounces out the backside of the net. Beck wins the foot race and tucks it in on the short side.
Yeah, and Castleview, it really was a 3-on-2 developing, but they put so much back pressure on that Colin was smart to shoot that puck. Because that's what happens when you got 3 guys flying up the ice. You get a good rebound, and anything can happen.
At 13:04, the Raiders re-extend to the 3-1 lead. That's Beck from Mahalik at 13:04. Face off down. Castleview controls, feeds it ahead, stuck in the skates there of Williams at the center line. Castleview digs it out and tries the far side. Coming down low, shot blocked off a skate of Caleb, and he knocks that wide. So Dobbins makes a good defensive play here as he comes on. Now throwing back through the crease, goes far side for Damrath. He does a good job shielding the man off at the stick. Good clean play, feeds it ahead for Edison Barnes, and Edison goes ahead. Come on, Eddie, fight through the man. Ends up down in the corner though. Castleview reversing out, is able to get it up the near side, carry it ahead and out of the zone. In it comes, shot coming from the short side, shoots it just wide of the far side post, but it goes all the way around and back down into the Castleview end.
And all of a sudden you can see the jump in the step by Regis with that extra goal there. It's amazing what a 3-1 lead will do versus a 2-1.
Absolutely. Raiders knock it loose. It just gets outside of the zone. Diving Castleview player, can't keep it in. Now thrown up and off of the netting by Castleview. We'll get a face-off outside the Raider blue line.
Castleview's not going away quickly. They came right back down the ice with a hard shot just wide of the far post. Gage Bussey had perfect angle on it, but definitely Regis is feeling some confidence getting that next goal. Yeah,
number 8 for Castleview has been their strongest player here through the second and third period. Castleview wins it, carries it in, dumped in deep by number 16. Matthew Carter for the Raiders feeds it around far side, tapped through by Nolan Williams, and then out of the zone by Schick. Castleview players able to get control and dump that puck back in, buying some space as he lost an edge and went down. That puck is kicked free by Filler, but then tapped ahead, forcing back is Teddy Armitage in a foot race. Nice play on the body
Beautiful.
to get in position.
Beautiful play. I think that was Teddy.
Yeah.
To angle the.
And here comes Filler, splits 2 men. Now we've got a 2-on-1 developing. Cross for Nolan Williams. Nolan's shot gets deflected wide. Now it gets banged ahead. Keep it in. Yes, kept in by Paranjape. That could create an opportunity, except men are changing. So he takes a high shot wide, goes all the way up the far side boards, and Castleview kicks it out of the zone. Manville's on, tries to play pitch and catch with Mahalik, but that gets knocked off his stick by number 10 for Castleview. Raiders have to go back in behind their own cage. Paranjape fans on the clearing pass, but it's picked up by Schick, and Carter breaks into the zone. Slips through one man, now looks, fine. Oh, tries to find instead. Mahalik shoots it high and over the top. He had a great opportunity. He'll be kicking himself for that one.
What a great look at Schick. Took it all the way up the ice, made a nifty move at the blue line to keep control, and there was a nice 3-man triangle right in front. Ended up on Mahalik's stick with just a little bit high the net.
You wish that pass would have gotten through. Another good Castleview stick prevented an easy goal there for Manville, because that's where Carter was going. It just ended up on Collins' stick, and he just shot it high.
Find the open guy.
Puck knocked ahead. Sliding back is Paranjape. Wings around the near side and bangs it off the boards right onto the stick of Mahalik. He walks in, fires. Blocker saved down. It's loose, and it's kicked out to the side. Manville was there trying to control. Now Beck throws one to the net. Blocker to side again. Manville goes out. Now the Raiders are winning puck battles as the 50-50s are finally going their way with a little more energy. Up comes Castleview, stolen back by Manville, thrown down in low. D in the corner, feeds it around the far side. Number 4 for Castleview is able to get it up and out at the blue line. Immediately controlled at center ice by Paranjape. Pass deflected back in the zone briefly by Manville, but then thrown all the way down off a Raider stick.
They definitely needed a change. They were getting tired out there.
Yep, indeed. And now we got Carson Williams in a battle here on the near side boards. Good move by Castleview, and then a nice stick by Paranjape to get it out of the zone. Castleview dumping it back in, but immediately knocked out by Williams. Castleview offsides at the blue line.
Really nice stick by, I believe it was Paranjape in front there. And, you know, both teams really battling hard right now. Like I said, Castleview not going away, and they are still creating their own chances down in the Regis end right now.
Yeah, 9:26 of the third, plenty of time left. Can't sit back on that 2-goal lead.
Worst lead in hockey, 2 goals.
Puck is loose at center ice. Castleview player kicks it free to himself, but then stolen off and dumped in deep by Damrath for the Raiders. Forecheck comes from Damrath there, forces the puck fired out far side. Castleview player goes down. Parker Brenner steps in, can't kick the puck loose to himself, and Castleview is able to escape and throw it down ice. Teddy Armitage gets pressured, comes up with it, backhands it off the boards. That puck gets knocked loose by his brother Pete, but then picked up, and Castleview feeds it out front. That's going to be a deflected shot score. Just like that. The good deflection comes out front. Unlucky for Gage there, as that puck was going away and then deflected off a skate right onto the stick of the on-rushing Castleview player.
Yep.
Number 9.
He had no choice. He had already gone down, and shooter had the angle on it, but the turnover on the wall created that chance again.
Quick answer there by Castleview, so at 8:49 we're back to a 1-goal game.
That definitely changes the momentum of this game. 8:49 left.
Filler gets knocked down. That's going to be a call as he gets hit up high in the head. Take a second. Filler took a shot to the head.
And his
let's
hope he's all right. His helmet is all the way up. His cage is on the top of his head right now.
That should be 2 and 10 by any standard with the headshot. Attaboy, Jake. He's up, skating to the bench under his own power.
That's good to see. That's good to see. And, you know, Castleview, I'm sure, let's hope the player was not trying to intently injure him, but
he's getting ejected.
Yeah,
I think he's getting tossed. That's one of the other new rules this year, is any penalty can be considered a major with a game misconduct.
Yep.
And that's at the discretion of the refs as well. So that could be a 5-minute major potentially and an ejection. That's at their discretion.
Yeah, let's see what they decide here. So, you know, high school players, kids, you're down 3-1. You get that goal to put you within one with 8 minutes left, and the juices are flowing here. Good to see Filler okay on that, but he is going to the locker room, and that's the right call. That's the type of play, dangerous play, vulnerable player that they're trying to eliminate.
And you want to get headshots out of the game. That's, you know, you do have to do that. I'm not saying it's an intentional headshot, but it's a headshot nonetheless.
Yep.
And it's at some point it's going to make players aware of where they're making contact.
That's right. And the kids need to learn that, and they'll learn the new rules, and they'll learn, you know, how to play a different style of hockey.
So new USA rule comes into play here at 8:45 of the third period. 5-minute major on Castleview, and the Raiders will get the full 5 minutes regardless of whether they get a power play goal during the process. Good spacing and movement, comes across on the far side. Beck looking for an alley, can't find it. Mahalik goes back to Beck as he gets pressured up front. Down low, shot through the middle. Beck, it's in the feet, and shot over the top. Carter had a golden opportunity. Great work there by Damrath to make sure he seals off and gets the puck control. Mahalik walks the line, goes back down low for Damrath. He can swing out, should be able to go low, but loses, and so instead takes a shot that gets blocked, comes out to the near side boards. Up at the point, Carter there, trying to keep it in. Mahalik backstops him and keeps it there. Waits, has to hand it off down low. Move the puck, Carter. There you go. Coming across the top. Mahalik waits, fires, body blocked, gets through and held. That's a great save.
Another smart shot by Mahalik. He's putting it to the net every chance he gets. And Matthew Carter was just sneaking down to the top of the circle a couple different times during that sequence there. So really, really good power play look by Regis.
4:12 left on the power play. 3-2 Regis. Controlled there by Williams. Nolan passes that one off. Now down deep on the boards is Schick. Carter waits, looks, goes to the point to Paranjape. He goes cross ice for Carson Williams. He gets pressured, and so he spins, goes down. Nice stick there by Castleview. Great pressure up high to kill that, or at least get that out of the zone, I should say. Now touch pass ahead for Nolan Williams. Should be able to break middle. Waits. He had an angle to find Carson, but a nice defensive play forces the shot, which is held by Johansson.
It's a nice play. Not ever a bad decision to take a shot when you have a good angle. But that's exactly what you want. Regis wanted to draw the forwards up high, and he just got a little tight on him and created the turnover.
Puck backhanded near side, comes out of the zone from Williams. Back is Paranjape to control. 3:34 left in the penalty. Now coming up ice, whip through the middle. Coming near side is Edison Barnes. Barnes walks on, puck's on end. He has to settle it for Williams. Nolan waits, reverses back down in the corner, feeds it back in behind and it's picked up. That's Schick who has it. He walks out front, tries to get a quick shot, stick checked and goes in loose behind. And now we have a penalty call, cross check, and we may be at a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes at 6:56.
Coach Ott is telling him to be patient.
Use space.
Yep, you've got 3:11 left on the original penalty, and you're going to have another 2 minutes. You got all the time in the world, no reason to force it.
Full 2 minutes of 5-on-3, and that will garner a timeout from Castleview to talk about it.
Yep. So interesting. You talk about momentum, you talk about goal differential, you talk about 7 minutes left in the game, and now all of a sudden you're faced with a 5-on-3. If you're Castleview, you really need to calm your players down, and they have to have their head on a swivel. And on a 5-on-3, there's usually a couple guys open, but always at least one open.
Oh, there's a lot of space. That's what Terry's, I'm sure Coach Ott is talking about with Regis, is you've got space. At the same time, I think Castleview's approach penalty killing wise probably translates fine to the 5-on-3 in that they have that active point man trying to pressure as far out high as they can and keeping their movement. So
yeah,
we'll see which one gives here
cat and mouse
in the next couple minutes.
That's right. It's a cat and mouse game, and you're trying to, as the offensive team, show enough patience until somebody gets out of position, And if you get too tight in on them, it allows one guy to cover more than one of your offensive players on the power play. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of discipline the 3 players killing this penalty have from Castleview. But like I said, Michael Dubas, a great coach, played for Melnicki at Creek, and he's a math teacher. He's getting a master's in math, so that's what we call a mathlete.
Well, here we go. As they come out, power play line, you'll have the draw being taken by Beck. Usually he'll have Michael Manville just drop back on his left to look for the quick shot draw. Damrath on his right, Mahalik running the point, patrolling there with Matthew Carter. Mahalik down low because it's a 5-on-3. They really want to get puck control, which they do. Now Manville comes out, gains room for Mahalik up high. He's looking for the line. He walks up top, waits, goes down low for Manville. Tape-to-tape passes, boys, will create some opportunity. Keep your heads up, eyes up. Shot from Mahalik gets blocked. Now he has to look back, regroups, hands that one off for Manville. He fans, goes down low. Walking in there is Beck. He had a little bit of room, but he couldn't quite get the puck where he wanted it. So he goes back to Mahalik at the point. Back across for Beck, goes down low, stick blocked. And a high stick play on Beck's going to take that out of the zone. Was that a high stick?
It didn't look like a high stick, but that's what he's calling. I think that stick was well below his shoulders when he deflected it.
That was strange. Says the puck was played with a high stick. That's going to bring it all the way back down to the Raiders zone.
Terry's going to stick with this unit of 5. I think he wants to see him get control, get that zone entry wide, and set it up.
Minute 26, a power play, a 5-on-3 power play. Don't get out of position here, Luke. You got to get up there first, get control, and then go. Here comes Beck along with Manville, goes wide side. Manville slides down low, should be able to reverse back to Beck on the boards, but instead he takes it in behind, now waits. Beck has it, slides down low back for Manville, give and go, comes back up to Beck. His shot into the body and held by Johansson.
So that time Damrath parked in front of the net, and they were moving around the perimeter trying to get a screen. Goalie made a really nice secure save and not allowing a rebound. So face-off down here with 2 minutes left in one penalty and 1 minute left in the other.
1:03 left in the 5-on-3. Raiders really need to get some looks here. Mahalik waits. Pass comes across. Manville's shot goes high over the top. Now we're looking at Carter feeding back to Mahalik at the point. He should be able to walk in, wait, then go far side. In comes Beck. His shot goes low this time. Loose backhand score! Damrath or Manville? I think it might have been Damrath that got that one.
Yeah, and
I'm not sure. Nope, Manville's coming out first, so it knew it was both sticks were there.
Both sticks, and they parked Damrath in front of the net, and Manville with those hands in the corner. Either one of them was there waiting for a rebound. So really nice patience, waiting for the right opportunity and the rebound.
Overwhelmed them with numbers. That's what you do with the 5-on-3. Yep. And Manville gets it from Beck.
So we got almost a full 2 minutes on the other penalty, so we're going to have a 5-on-4 for about 1:45 now.
5:30 left and a 2-goal lead for the Raiders. Puck frozen up in the skates down low, finally dug out of there. Picked up by the Raiders. That guy's just throwing bodies, not even trying to play the puck for Castleview. Instead, the puck gets knocked loose, goes up over the sideboards and out of play. We'll get a face-off in the zone. Yeah,
that's a momentum shift and a deflator, and you're going to see some frustration, I imagine, from Castleview. But knowing Coach Dubas, he's going to talk to him and keep him calm. And these are two competitive teams.
Raiders control the face-off. Comes to Paranjape. He wheels nicely as the man was pressing. Tries to walk in. Good stick check by number 8 for Castleview, and they break out. Carson Williams back. We got getting out hustled. A 3-on-1. Great blocker save by Bussey, and then Bussey doesn't like what the guy did coming into him. Takes him down.
No call on that.
Now
another
puck comes down in deep. Another veteran play from Bussey. Carter Schick has it. He walks across the top, wheels around. Stick checked away, but regains control. Makes the full 360 and then takes a shot that gets blocked. Ref was right there. If he wanted to call Gage for that one, he would have.
Oh,
in deep shot, score!
Yep.
There you go. Edison Barnes gets the tally after Schick shot down low, shot blocked, or saved, excuse me, on the shot from Carson Williams, who had cheated in.
Carson Williams all the way down on the goal crease there.
And cleaned up by Edison Barnes for the goal to make it 5-2. That's going to be Barnes from Carson Williams and Carter Schick.
Well, once again, the value of Gage Bussey can't be overstated. Just making some great solid saves, keeping his angles here at the end of the game, and not taking any of the frustration that you're seeing from Castleview right now.
Well, 5-2 lead here at 4:26 of the third. Still 38 seconds short for Castleview, as that's 2 power play goals there for the Raiders. Manville walks it on, waits, goes cross ice, nice pass for Beck. He slides through, backhand gets knocked aside. Manville back out front, just out of the reach of Mahalik. Mahalik has to come back as Teddy Armitage was down. Played by Dobbins. He chips it ahead. Beck has it, slips one man, waits, shot. Oh, nice blocker save. That was right on line. Now backhanded down low for Mahalik in the corner. Taps that pass off. Back for Mahalik, short side, shot, score!
What a beautiful play.
Beautiful pass. That was Manville with a beauty to Mahalik. Short side high. And this time he doesn't bury it up in the rafters.
Man, I tell you, that was pretty. And, that is one where you got those two guys set up beautifully, looking for each other behind the net. And that's a tall order for the Castleview PK to stop that.
Well, here you have 3 power play goals on the 5-minute major penalty. And that just goes to show you what that 5-minute major can do to hurt a team.
Huge difference in the game.
And then when they gave up the 5-on-3 with the second penalty, that really put the Raiders in a good position, and now they've broken it open. 6-2 at 3:42 left. Finally back to even strength for Castleview. Backhanded up towards the point. Luke Damrath comes through, sweeps ahead at the blue line, bodied off the puck, but gets it in deep. Castleview trying to reverse backhands it in behind their own end. Now coming out the near side. Castleview able to get up the point. There's a hit to the back of the head of Parker Brenner.
Extended his arms
not
into
sure,
the helmet.
Not sure what the ref was planning there, but finally, there you go. Hey! A little bit of a scrum as you're seeing the Castleview frustration boil over in their behavior. And the cheap shots start flying. Teddy Armitage was down in the midst of that.
That's your
stand tall, Teddy.
That's your fear as a coach is, these are high school age kids, and I know both these coaches well, and I know neither of them would be happy, but the frustration boils over. Let's hope the refs keep this in check.
And all Terry's saying is why? Why? Don't need to get in there. They would much rather we just steer clear and skate out of those circumstances.
Yep.
But players, it's hard to avoid that frustration when you see a game you thought you were in, it's broken out to a 4-goal lead. It's hard to fight that off.
Yeah, and at this point, your biggest concern as an official and a coach is nobody gets hurt. You know, there's frustration and there's injury, and you got to be real careful to send the right message in the dialogue with your teams. It's a learning experience on both sides.
Refs will sort this one out and get the appropriate players in the box. The clock is running as the 4-goal lead must be a running clock.
Yeah, that's a in the Twisted Wrister, it's a 4-goal running clock rule.
Which in this particular case with tempers flaring, probably a great idea to run that clock.
Yep. I'm guessing both coaches at this point would rather just have the clock run than drop the puck again and have something else happen. So it looks.
I think it was number 5 for Castleview that got in the mix, and actually it was his play on Brenner that brought Armitage into the mix.
Yeah, he clearly got his hands up to the back of the helmet of Brenner. So once again, check probably every box in the new ruling, and that makes easy call for the ref. What made it difficult was what ensued after that was probably another 2 or 3 infractions.
Yeah. So I think time time winding down. We're inside a minute as they sort this out. I have a feeling they may want to let that run all the way down and call it good.
Smart.
I don't see any reason why that's the way refs can take control and stem any other incidents. Let everybody calm down, let cooler heads prevail.
Yep, and once again, not to criticize or comment any player. I mean, I'm sure this is a result of the frustration. It was a much closer game than the score is showing at the end here. And these are kids, and good coaches will take these moments and regroup your team. And thankfully nobody hurt here, but Regis is going to walk away with a 6-2 win in their first game of the Twisted Wrister, and have another game tomorrow afternoon. So I believe that's against Chatfield.
Chatfield tomorrow, correct.
Yep. So Tom, thank you. Great call on the game.
Great fun being with you.
Really
Look forward
enjoyed
to doing it again.
And it wasn't until the last 2 minutes where we started talking about the penalties.
Yeah. It was a really nice, tight, well-played game that unfortunately broke down after that stretch. But regardless, players shaking hands, and we're looking forward to the Raiders. They're moving on to game 2 after a 6-2 win today. Great game. Gage Bussey, player of the game.
Player of the game for sure. All right, well, that'll do it for us. Tom Mahalik, Will Damras signing off, and you'll have a new broadcast team, I believe, tomorrow for the next game.
I'll look forward to it. I'll be here with Ish, and we'll look forward to seeing the Raiders back on the ice. Thanks again. Hey, Shaw Hockey Productions, great as always. Thanks again to Metro Brokers and the Dembeck family. Take care, everybody.